For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set. You are about to participate in a great adventure.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got something pretty interesting for you. It's J-Dub audits. He has to go to court with his buddy for assault and battery, and plus he had a warrant out of another state, Indiana, I believe. Anyway, this is where he was illegally arrested, taken to court, going through his free trial hearing. That's what we're going to see, his free trial hearing. Hold up, my bad. It's not a pre-trial, it is a probable cause hearing. But yeah, he's saying he was falsely arrested, and the chief was lying on the stand. The chief of police arrested him. So let's jump right into it. Here we go, right into the courtroom.
Is that okay there?
Before we get started, I'm Judge Gant, court now in session, and just to give everybody some kind of guidance for today and in the future, we're here for a probable cause hearing. This is not time for discovery. If you don't have discovery, I suggest that after prelims you get in touch with the state to get discovery, and it is also not a fishing expedition.
The guy in the center of that yellow circle is J-Dub audits. That's his buddy to his right, and to his left is his public defender. At least I think she's a public defender because she's not very aggressive at all. She's very subtle.
And we're waiting on Mr. Hudson, is that right? Oh, I'm sorry. States for, well, actually call the case numbers.
Is Hudson here?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, state calls John Ethan Hudson, warrant number 2024-A06-202-00014, a warrant for hindering an officer. Warrant 2024-A06-202-00015 for obstructing justice. Additionally, Your Honor, state calls Joshua David Washburn, warrant number 2024-A06-202-00019 for assault and battery in the first degree. Warrant 2024-A06-202-00020 for assault in the first degree. Warrant 2024-A06-202-00021 for possession of a firearm or ammunition by a person convicted of certain crimes. Those are the 5 warrants being called, Your Honor. The state would call to the stand Captain Huggins of the Blackville Police Department.
Captain Huggins, would you raise your right hand? Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do, sir.
Answer any questions the state has for you.
Yes, sir.
Captain Huggins, please state for the court the facts and circumstances that led to the arrest of Joshua David Washburn and John Ethan Hudson on March the 9th of 2024.
Yes, sir. On March 9th, 2024, at approximately 3 o'clock, that was a Saturday, I was working as a sworn police officer in the town limits of Blackville, South Carolina.
I'm going to speed this up to about 1.5 because this video is quite long, so bear with me.
I was patrolling the area of Hampton Boulevard near Fair Lane. I seen a large crowd at the intersection of Fair Road and Hampton. As I was approaching that large crowd, dispatch was also dispatching to that location in reference to an altercation.
You'll notice throughout this video he adds clips from the body cam from the chief, Huggins, so that's what this is. This will happen several times through the trial, and he thinks this helps him.
Upon my arrival, I got out of the car. I spoke with the victim, who at that time appeared to be frantic, alarmed, panicking. The victim stated that the subject, the defendant, Mr. Josh Washburn, pointed at him a black handgun and stated that he would kill him.
No, just talk away from him. I know you have to talk away from him.
Hey, you need to calm down.
I know you got to talk to everybody
You need to calm down.
No, because he deserves his coat.
So who called the police?
You called DSS over 52
Who called the
times.
police? All right. You call? All right. Were you here?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I can't talk to everybody at one time. I mean, at once, but I'm gonna talk to everybody. All right. Just wait right here. I'm gonna talk to you. Wait right here. So what's going on, Mr. Hudson? I don't need you cursing out here. I will take you to jail. All right.
Well, chill.
Yes, ma'am. Tell me what.
I don't know exactly everything. What happened over that way. All I know is they was fighting.
Who's fighting?
Eddie Rayner, the dude in the group. I don't care if they record me. I don't care.
Who's fighting?
He's got the guns in the white, no shirt, no shirt.
No, man, no, come on.
Green house, in the green suit.
Which one? Who's fighting?
Eddie Rayner.
Attempted to continue to interview the victim. At that time, I ran Mr. Josh Washburn through Central Dispatch. I was advised that he had an active warrant out of state for Indiana with full extradition nationwide. I walked over to him, attempted at the time to place him under arrest. Hey, turn around, put your head like that. Turn around, put your head like that. Advised him of the warrant. He began shouting, screaming, profanity, stating that the warrant was not nationwide. I asked him to calm down, tried to explain to him that it was.
We have it detained right now.
Turn around. Listen. Don't resist.
Articulate a crime. Articulate a crime.
Don't
Articulate a crime. What is your rap? What is your rap?
I'm gonna tell you.
You told me they're not thinking about it. You can't come within 250 miles.
Listen. It's been changed. It's been changed. Listen, it's been changed nationwide. All right, listen.
I just got off with the solicitor.
I'm gonna call it in.
Don't let your hands off. This is assault. Assault matter.
Assault you.
Assault matter.
I'm assaulting you.
Assault matter.
All right. I'm asking you to turn around. Are you gonna turn around?
Assault matter. You want a supervisor here right now? Supervisor right now. Supervisor right now.
I'm asking you to turn around.
Supervisor.
One more time.
You are on body cam.
I understand.
You are being filmed.
I'm asking.
You are making a mistake.
Your warrant has been changed nationwide. Your warrant has been.
No, it has not.
All right.
Now, how Mr. J-Dub here thinks that's going to help his case, I have absolutely no idea. He did the whole auditor routine, name and badge number, I'm going to file a lawsuit against you, this is a legal arrest, and blah, 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 the warrant's no good, etc., etc. It's not going to help him.
It was another individual standing next to him, Mr. John Ethan Hudson, who also stated that that warrant was not for nationwide extradition. I advised Mr. Hudson to step back. He continued to yell and scream as well. I continued to advise him to step back. At the same time, I had one handcuff on Mr. Josh Washburn, and Mr. Hudson attempted to pull him away, stating that that warrant was not valid. Out-of-state warrant was not valid. I told Mr. Hudson to step back again. Mr. Washburn at that time locked his arm out. He really wasn't resisting, but he locked his arm out, trying to tell me that the warrant was not active or nationwide for extradition. I asked him to calm down. I tried to explain to him that it was. So I finally got one handcuff. I finally got both handcuffs on him, and at that time, Mr. John Ethan Hudson approached the individual that I had handcuffed and began to remove items from the person as I was telling him to step away from the prisoner that I had handcuffed and in custody.
We got him.
He did nothing wrong.
I did nothing wrong.
He did nothing wrong.
It did nothing wrong. Don't worry, brother.
Central Bravo 2. I got one detained.
DSS.
I was able to separate Mr. Washburn from Mr. Hudson. Got him in the back. At that time, Baltimore County Deputy Sheriff pulled up. I was out there by myself. Baltimore County Deputy Sheriff pulled up. And
I did nothing wrong. It's a retaliation. It's a retaliatory.
No, sir, it's not, sir.
Retaliatory.
No, sir, it's not.
Yes, it is. Retaliatory. This is retaliatory. I don't give you consent to search. I'm not lawfully detained.
Sir, you have a warrant. You have an outstanding nationwide warrant. Allegedly, you pulled a gun on that other guy that was complaining on you. And, yeah, you're legally detained, so just shut up.
I am not lawfully detained.
Where's your ID at, sir?
I don't have one. I don't ID.
I asked the Deputy Sheriff to place Mr. Washburn in the back of his vehicle because my vehicle was unmarked vehicle and it didn't have a key vehicle. And I was able to put him in the back of our Deputy Sheriff's vehicle at that time.
I don't ID.
I got you.
I don't ID. Hey, I'm being unlawfully detained here, Sheriff. You should have over jurisdiction. This officer right here is illegally searching me. I'm not even a part of what's going on here.
Don't step over here. Step over here, please.
Hey,
just step over here, please, sir.
Sir, what's my name?
What's
You know my name.
Mr. Washburn, step over here.
Even ID'd you. That is not my name.
Sir, I'm asking you to step back. I'm asking you to step back.
That is not my name.
Sir, come over here.
That is not my name. That is not my name. That is not my name.
All right.
That's not my name.
All right.
Again, illegally searching.
Sir,
Illegally searching.
I'm asking you to please step back. Absolutely, you're absolutely right. I'm asking you to please step back.
You know, you open yourself up for a huge lawsuit.
Just listen.
Huge. I've already listened. I've already talked to the solicitor, Bubba.
I understand. I understand.
And we already know the
I
deal. I got
understand.
emails from them saying they ain't coming within 250 miles.
I understand.
That? So you know what you're doing? You're opening yourself up for a lawsuit.
Come over here.
No.
Sir.
I'm not detained.
Sir.
I am illegally
listen,
detained.
You have
right
an arrest
now.
warrant out of
I
Indiana.
am illegally detained right now.
Is that your wallet?
No, I don't have one. It's not IDing. I didn't ID to this. Public servant. You're just fucking public servant. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. Get the fuck. Get the fuck off me. Get the fuck off me. You know what the Fourth Amendment is, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Illegal search. Illegal search, baby.
Sir, I'm asking you, please. You are on the public
That's a legal search and seizure.
You are on the public
That's a legal search.
You are on the public
That's a legal search.
You are.
Illegal search. That's an illegal search. That's an illegal search. Illegal search. I love this. Hey, this is Huggins. This is Captain Huggins right here, opening himself up for a 1983 lawsuit. 242, deprivation of rights. You know that? Do you understand that, officer?
Yeah, buddy, sounds like you got a real case here. You got a real one.
Do you understand that? Do you understand that?
Hey, sir, can I put him in your vehicle since you have a case vehicle, please?
242, 1983.
Thank you. I
Hey,
appreciate
what's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number? Ortiz.
We don't have badge number.
Ortiz. Call number. Hey, can you explain why I'm getting put in the back of your car?
You're going to be transported to Baltimore County Detention Center.
For what?
You have a warrant from Indiana.
That doesn't make no difference.
And it's
No, it's not. You're wrong. Hey!
Appreciate it.
When you got Mr. Washburn to the jail, were you able to confirm the nationwide extradition status of his warrant?
Yes, sir. Before I actually removed him from the location, what we call sent an alert to the out-of-state agency. It's called a hit. The hit was confirmed before I removed him, and it was through nationwide extradition. So I had a call out here, man. Individual with a gun. As I was going down here, they flagged me down. But I ran him yesterday. That's Mr. Washburn. I don't know if you're familiar with him. But anyway, a warrant came back out of Indiana. We called first. They told me that it was nationwide. I even ran it yesterday without, the day before yesterday without dispatch. And they confirmed that it was nationwide.
You running by dispatch right now?
Yeah. And at that time, he was transported to Baltimore County Detention Center.
As to the charges of assault and battery in the first degree against Mr. Washburn, were those based on the witness statements from, and this is a little bit confusing, there's a John Allen Hudson, who I believe is the father of John Ethan Hudson?
That's the information that was provided to me, yes, sir.
Okay, so there's a John Allen Hudson listed as a victim, and there is a Edwin Rayner Jr. who is listed as a victim in these two warrants for assault and battery in the first degree. What was the basis of the assault and battery in the first degree charges?
Out of Indiana, I think he got like 6 of them, but I remember one of them like possession of cocaine.
In case you didn't hear it, the possession of cocaine is what the warrant's for.
Were they fighting or something? So I'm gonna come over there and talk to him. Just tell him to wait right there. I'm gonna come over there and talk to him. First name is Joshua. SHBURN. Date of birth is 84. Good copy? Yes, sir. So
Was that the statements that were made by the victim?
Yes, sir. The statements that were made by both victims on body cam as well as a written statement. And I took that information back to a magistrate judge, told him everything I had, and I was advised that I had probable cause for an arrest warrant for assault and battery first.
Please answer.
I'm gonna go ahead and talk to him. She's running it now. Hi. So you flagged me down first when I was coming out. Tell me what you know.
I come out my house.
Where do you
I
live?
live over there on that back road there. I come out the house. That boy got gun. He waving gun at everybody.
What boy?
That one in that truck.
You know him? You don't never seen him before. What kind of gun and what color was it?
It's black gun. Black gun.
Black gun?
It's a pistol.
What's your first name?
Yep.
Edward. Thanks, man. You willing to write a statement?
Yeah.
He pointed at you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You willing to write a
Yes,
statement?
sir. Right now. And I'm gonna stand up for you.
Answer any questions the defense may have.
All right, you said that you were called out there by, was there a call made to 911?
I don't know if it came in through 911 or if it came in through the non-emergency number, but Central Dispatch did advise me to that location, as well as I was approaching that location simultaneously as I was being dispatched. And I saw the large crowd at the end of the road, so I knew at that time something was going on, and then dispatch also gave me the call.
So did you know who was involved
Before
before you stopped?
No.
You didn't know who was involved?
no man,
When dispatch gave you the call, they didn't tell you who was involved?
no man.
And so, when you pulled up there, you saw there was actually a crowd. There was a crowd of people on I guess two sides of the street.
Yes, ma'am. Some people that were standing at the intersection and some people that were standing across the street in the median.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you approached the people in the median first.
I can't remember who I approached first. I don't want to get locked in with that. I can't.
But you recall that you asked who had called law enforcement?
I think I did, or I could have done that.
All right. And you actually talked to a woman. Did you recall her name?
I've talked to several females out there. But to answer your question, I did. I talked to women out there. Yes, ma'am.
The woman who said that she saw a fight happen between Mr. Edward Rayburn and somebody else.
There's about 5 minutes left. This is a very lackluster defense attorney here. She doesn't get very motivated. It doesn't seem very ambitious.
Talking about that female.
The one who was telling you about the fight between Mr. Rayburn and she didn't identify the second person.
I talked to women out there. I got a statement from a female witness, Ms. Baker. Ms. Baker gave me some information.
Okay. And you talked to Mr. Rayburn? And I'm sorry, Rayner.
I talked to Mr. Ed Raymond. Yes, ma'am.
All right. And did he tell you about being in a fight with anybody?
He told me that someone pointed a gun at him. That's what he told me, and threatened to kill him.
So he never told you about being in a fight?
I don't recall him saying that. I would have to review my body cam video.
Did you look at the body cam before you came in to testify?
I did not look at it today, but I looked at it previously several times.
All right. And so after you talked to Mr. Rayner, what did you do?
After I talked to Mr. Rayner, I was advised that Mr. Washburn was wanted out of state. And I told the victim to stand fast, and I walked over to Mr. Washburn and attempted at that time to place him into custody.
Wait a minute. Did you already know that Mr. Washburn was wanted out of state?
Well, I didn't. I was told he was, but I wasn't for sure, so I had to confirm it through dispatch.
So you confirmed that at that time?
I did on site.
Okay. Now, why were you confirming about Mr. Washburn? Because at the time that you arrested Mr. Washburn, nobody had identified Mr. Washburn as the person who assaulted Mr. Rayner.
I don't understand your question.
When you were arresting Mr. Washburn, nobody had identified him at that point as the person who assaulted Mr. Rayner. Why were you arresting Mr. Washburn?
I was confirmed, I was told to dispatch that he did have an active warrant. I didn't have it.
All right, so you stopped in the middle of this investigation to confirm whether he had a warrant to arrest him for the Indiana?
Well, I didn't stop. I was doing everything. I can multitask. I can do a lot of things at one time. You know, there was a lot of moving parts going there. Being a police officer, you got to be able to multitask. I didn't stop what I was doing. That was one of the things that I was doing.
All right. And where did all this happen that Mr. Rayner says that Mr. Washburn pointed a gun at him?
He said it happened on Federal Lane on or near an address of 1253 Hampton Avenue. If I had a map, I could draw it out for you, but.
And he cut off the end of the video probably because he was found, there was probable cause and they're holding him over for trial, but he wants to put this stupid shit on the screen here that makes absolutely no sense. And, yeah, sorry, buddy. I don't think it's gonna work. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Now I'll try to keep track of this case to find out when he goes to trial and all that stuff. I don't know yet. But I'm sure he'll upload it with his version of the truth, and we can go from there. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Love y'all. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate you. Thanks for all your support. Love y'all. Bye.